Saturday was always Daddy's Day with the two daughters. So we'd start out and try to go someplace with, different things. And I would take them to the merry-go-round, and I took them different places. And as I'd sit there while they rode the merry-go-round, did all these things, sit on a bench, eating peanuts, I felt that there should be something built, some kind of an amusement enterprise built where the parents and the children could have fun together.
So Walt set to work, even if it meant doing the job himself.
2, 3. Took a lot of pacing. It was over 200 acres. We built this tower so we could see the entire project, sort of a bird's eye view of our progress.
Before long, the former Orange Grove was alive with activity. Soon, Disneyland began to take shape. On July 17, 1955, barely 1 year after construction began, Disneyland opened.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Walt Disney, trains were a lifelong love. So much so, he even built an authentic model train at his home in Los Angeles.
3 months were spent excavating my backyard to fit the plan of the layout. By careful planning on blueprints, we were able to lay about 2,600 feet of track. Of course, the hardest part of the job was convincing my wife that the flower beds had to go. But with the winning of the right-of-way, the job continued.
When Walt created Disneyland, it was only natural that trains would play an important role. From the historic steam trains, to the sleek Viewliner, to the futuristic monorail, Walt Disney brought the joy of the rails to millions. Walt Disney revolutionized entertainment with the development of lifelike mechanical actors called Audio-animatronics. And it all started with a bird named Jose.
Just as we had to learn to make our animated cartoons talk, we had to find a way to make these characters talk too. Now, to accomplish this, we created a new type of animation. So new that we had to invent a new name for it.
Audio-animatronics?
Right, Audio-animatronics.
When the Imagineers at Disney developed human figures, they proved to be strong performers.
There's been times where I was working on a figure where I moved the arm the wrong way, and instead of going on top of the table, went underneath the table, picked it up, and threw it all the way across the room over my head, and just demolished the whole table.
Broken furniture notwithstanding, audio-animatronic figures continue to evolve in charm and sophistication. From the very beginning, Walt Disney set the course for Disneyland's future.
There's a little plaque out there that says, as long as there is imagination left in the world, Disneyland will never be complete.
As a result, many Disneyland attractions have had their magic moment of glory and are now a part of Disney history. To many people, it's still synonymous with the best there is. Gone, too, is the legendary e-ticket. The 1964-1965 New York World's Fair provided an important opportunity for Walt Disney to test the art of themed entertainment beyond the boundaries of Disneyland. With his Imagineering wizards, Walt produced 4 major attractions for the fair.
You might be wondering how an animation studio like ours got into the World's Fair business. And frankly, I've often wondered about that myself. But we've been preparing for this international exposition for many years without realizing it. Little did we know, when we dreamed up Mickey and Donald here, that someday they would be the ancestors of the mammoth animated characters we've created for this fair.
These fellows are building a Tyrannosaurus Rex, weighing over 20,000 pounds. He'll be the heavy in our show Magic Skyway. These youngsters will appear in our show It's a Small World. They are just a few of the 700 stars of the exhibit for the United States Committee for UNICEF.
Ever since I was a small boy in Illinois, I've had a great personal admiration for Abraham Lincoln. We wanted to bring to the people of today the inspiring words of the man who held this nation together during its moment of greatest crisis, the Civil War. Now, another of our World Fair exhibits that features the Audio-animatronics is the Carousel Theater of Progress. This is the Carousel Theater host. Whatever the man in the harness does, this figure will respond simultaneously in the same manner. Would you care for your life? I don't think we better. No smoking on the stage.
All the attractions were major hits at the New York World's Fair, proving that the Disney brand of themed entertainment was viable east of the Mississippi, which paved the way for the development of Walt Disney World in Florida. When Walt Disney decided to build a haunted house at Disneyland, attracting qualified inhabitants was the easy part. You might say that they were just dying to get in. The challenge was to organize this ghoulish group into a performing company suitable for Disneyland. That's where the wizards at Walt Disney Imagineering came in. In some cases, all that was needed was a little facelift.
As the moon climbs high over the dead oak tree, creepy creeps with eerie eyes, grim grinning ghosts come out to socialize.
For the more ethereal apparitions, a complete makeover was required. Of course, many of the residents just needed a helping hand. Why, it got so that the ghosts and the Imagineers were quite friendly. Maybe too friendly. The Haunted Mansion opened its creaking doors in 1969, and one thing has happily remained consistent. There are 999 happy haunts residing in the mansion, but there's always room for one more. Walt Disney's dream was to bring the magic of Disneyland to the East Coast. And Florida provided the perfect opportunity.
Here in Florida, we have something special we never enjoyed at Disneyland, the blessing of size. There's enough land here to hold all the ideas and plans we could possibly imagine.